Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by. Welcome to the Khan versus Alexander undercard conference call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, there will be an opportunity for questions and comments. Instructions will be given at that time. As a reminder, this conference call is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference call over to your host for today, Kelly Swanson. Kelly, please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. Thanks, everybody, for calling in. This is really a super conference call. I'm excited that two of the fighters calling in are calling all the way from Italy. So I think that's something different for us and exciting, and we were able to pull it off, which is even better on the PR side. But before we get to this call, I just wanted to make some notes. This is the undercard conference call for December 13th, Amir Khan, Devin Alexander as the main event. The fighters that you're talking to today will be on the televised portion of the show. But a little homework, just to let everybody know, Fight Week is coming next week, and we're going to kick it off on Monday with the main event conference call, just making you aware that 11 a.m. Pacific time, we will have Devin Alexander and Amir Khan available for a media conference call. That's on Monday, December 8th. And then Wednesday, December 10th, starts media activities at the MGM Grand with the grand arrivals and workouts of all of the televised fighters. That's at 1 o'clock. And then Thursday, the press conference will take place at 11:30 a.m. These are all Pacific time. And Friday, we will have the weigh-in at 1 o'clock, and that's open to you. So look for your Fight Week schedules. They're coming out shortly, but just wanted to give you a heads up of some of the things that are taking place, and you can mark it on your calendar. As I mentioned, today on the phone, we're going to have Keith Thurman, Leonard Bondu, Abner Maris, Jose Ramirez, Jamal Charlo, and also Lenny Botai. We're going to start with Jamal and Lenny, and to make those introductions, also we have Alessandro Ferrarini. Thank you. I'm sorry if I messed that up. On the call as the agent for both Bondu and Botai, and he will also serve as our translator. So thank you very much for that. Now I'm going to turn the call over to Eric Gomez to make the introductions and talk a little bit more about the show. Eric?
Great. Thank you, Kelly. Very excited about this card. Obviously, 4 world-class bouts televised on Showtime Championship Boxing. We're very happy to be back at the MGM. World-class, obviously we have a couple of fighters from Italy, and we have Jose Ramirez from Mexico, so this is going to be great. The telecast, obviously the main event, Amir Khan versus Devin Alexander, will be a 12-round welterweight bout for the WBC silver title. The co-feature, Keith Thurman versus Leonard Bondu, will be a 12-round WBA interim welterweight world title. Abner Maris making his return to Showtime Championship Boxing in a 10-round bout against Jose Ramirez. And opening up will be Jamal Charlo versus Lenny Botai, 12 rounds, IBF Junior Middleweight Title Eliminator. We will also have the Showtime Extreme Show, which will televise Jamal's brother Jermell versus Mario Lozano. We'll also have hot prospect and Olympian Errol Spence fighting, along with Victor Ortiz, the return of Victor Ortiz, and he'll be televised on Showtime Extreme. Saturday, December 13th at the MGM Grand, live on Showtime Boxing and Showtime Extreme. The telecast starts on Extreme at 4 p.m. Pacific. The championship telecast starts at 6 p.m. Pacific. The main event, Khan versus Alexander, is promoted by Golden Boy Promotions in association with Khan Promotions and The Great Promotions. Thurman, Bondu, and Charlo Botai is promoted by Golden Boy Promotions in association with The Bell Entertainment. The sponsors, I want to thank the sponsors as always, Corona Extra, AT&T, and Mexico. Live it, believe it. Tickets are still on sale. It's a hot ticket. Tickets are going very, very well. Tickets are priced for ringside at $300 and as low as $50. You can get them on sale at the MGM Grand ticket office, or you can go online, www.mgmgrand.com, or also on Ticketmaster's website, www.ticketmaster.com. So, without further ado, I want to introduce to you, calling all the way from Italy, Lenny Mangusta Bowtie, to say a few words. Lenny?
Lenny, puoi dire cosa ne pensi del tuo match, del tuo impegno a Las Vegas, poi io traduco, vai.
Ma che è una grande opportunità di visibilità, l'MGM è un tempio del pugilato e quindi è una buona opportunità per dimostrare le qualità e avere un buon palcoscenico per farsi vedere. Poi comunque è una semifinale mondiale, quindi è un'opportunità di disputare un titolo mondiale.
Okay, so Lenny wants to say hello to everybody, says that he's excited coming over to Las Vegas to fight in the MGM, which is kind of a temple of boxing, and he says he's both excited to fight in the MGM and to fight for a world title eliminator. It's basically his chance to be on the limelight of worldwide boxing. So he really looks forward to be there.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Alessandro. Thank you. Now I want to introduce Jamal Charlo out of Houston, Texas. He's 19-0, 15 knockouts, only 24 years old, one of the hottest fighters in boxing. Obviously, he had a little bit of bad luck. He was supposed to fight for the title earlier this year. That didn't happen, but he is going to get a chance to fight an eliminator that potentially gets him to a world title fight. So I want to introduce Jamal to say a few words. Jamal?
Yes, how you doing? I just want to say I'm just real proud to be back in the MGM and fighting on the main stage again for the IBF. A minor setback is really due for a major come up. So I'm really excited to be fighting a guy from Italy who's gonna give me his all and put me at the IBF #1 spot.
Great, thank you, Jamal. So with that, we're going to open it up to questions. We're going to open it up to the media to ask both guys about the fight.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. This will place your question in the order it was received. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad now. Our first question comes from Mike Woods, Reliance.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Mike, hang on. This is Kelly. Hey, we need people, you guys, if you're close to the fighters, whoever it is, if you're close to conversations in the background, you need to walk away from those conversations or mute your phones and put them back on mute when it's your turn to answer the question. There's a lot of people on this call, and it's really hard to hear. So everybody, if you could please be careful of the background noise, and we'll continue. Go ahead, Michael Wood, sorry.
Please walk away from the conversation. This question is for Mr. Bowtie in Italy. Welcome to the call. Looking forward to getting to see you on this fight. I got to confess, I haven't seen you. So for me and for anyone else who hasn't seen you, could you describe your fighting style and your strengths and weaknesses as a boxer?
Alessandro, can you please ask the question to Lenny?
Alessandro, bring your phone off mute if you muted it. And follow my instructions.
Alessandro, you there?
Okay, stand by, Mike. Stand by. You're
Okay.
going to have to ask the question again.
Mike, if you'd like to ask Jamal something.
Sure. How about, Jamal, your scouting work on this Bowtie? Can you tell us your perception of what he brings to the table? What is his fighting style, and how do you expect to beat him?
Well, from what I know, what Ronnie Shields has told me, because I let Ronnie Shields do the studying. He's a brawler. He's going to come out with a lot of punches. He starts very early. He has pretty good defense. I mean, he's an A fighter. He's been in the game for a while, and I'm just looking for a hard fight, a hard 12 round.
And the stage for this is an eliminator, so the winner of this gets to fight maybe who?
The winner of me and Lenny fight Cornelius Brumage.
Okay, winner gets to fight possibly Cornelius Brumage. Okay, thanks a lot, Carlos. Have a good fight.
Hi, Michael.
Yes.
Just call back in, okay? We're trying to find the guy, but don't stay. I mean, we'll keep you in the queue, so as soon as he comes up, we'll put you back in, okay?
All right, no sweat, no sweat.
All right, thanks.
And our next question comes from Lem Satterfield with theringtv.com.
Hello, everybody. My first question will be for Lenny. Lenny, obviously.
Wait, Lem.
Sure.
You can't ask Lenny a question until we know Alessandro's on the phone.
I'm back. I just called
there you go.
myself.
Thank you. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you. Go ahead, Lem.
Okay, thank you. My first question is for Lenny, and that is obviously, if I'm correct, this is his first fight on American soil, and I wanted to know how he's preparing for that opportunity. Is he concerned about the judges, the atmosphere, just in general, how he's preparing and what his concerns might be?
Sono translate. Lenny, mi senti?
Sì,
Lenny, ci sei? Perfetto. Allora, ti ha chiesto come ti senti? Sì, ci sono. Ti ha chiesto come ti senti per il fatto di combattere per la prima volta in America, se temi i giudici che abbiano un pregiudizio anti-europeo, se temi che l'atmosfera possa in qualche modo influenzarti negativamente, se temi che so, la differenza di alimentazione, fuso orario, qualsiasi cosa, vuole sapere come pensi di gestire queste difficoltà che tu hai in più rispetto a Charlo.
Certo, senti, allora, penso che una grande occasione in un palcoscenico come questo sicuramente possa fungere o da boss o da limite. Personalmente non mi ritengo carattere che si fa tanto influenzare da questo, magari sono un po' più preoccupato per quanto riguarda il cambio di fuso orario e l'adattamento, per il resto è una grande battaglia, ci vado liberato dal fatto che comunque so che ho molto da guadagnare e poco da perdere.
Okay, so he says that he sees two main issues. First one is the physical side, how to handle 9 hours difference in time zones. And this is what kind of bothers him. The mental part, the judges, the atmosphere, the big stage, is not bothering him at all. On the other hand, it excites him. He says that basically he knows that it can be a big boost for his career. He knows he has nothing to lose, he has more to gain, and less to lose than his opponent, than Charlo. So he's mentally ready. He's just, how can I say, he's just a little bit worried about the time zones, because this is a thing which he never experienced before, 9 hours.
Last question for him. How will he account for that time zone? Is he going to arrive earlier? What is he going to do?
He's arriving December the 6th, 7 days before the fight.
Exact time. Okay. Well, thank you so much. And for Jamel, you there?
Jamal, yeah.
Yeah, Jamal, yeah. Obviously, this has been a tough year, it seems, for you and your brother together, having both lost title opportunities. How have each of you handled that? And then are you each building each other up? How did you digest that and bounce back, and how do you use this to bounce back?
It's pretty comical, me and Jamil both facing a little bit of adversity early on in our careers. So we kind of say, like, it's just the way it's God's plan right now. It's the way God wanted it to be. I really was supposed to have the RBF right now, but I'm not looking at that anymore. I'm looking at the eliminator bout. And Lenny thinks that that he has more to lose. Well, I have more to lose than he do, but that's not the case because I'm younger, and right now I can't take any more setbacks than I have already taken. So I'm just really ready and just preparing myself for the worst.
Okay, my last question on that is, how did your experience help your brother? Were you able to look at him and say, hey, look, man, I've been through this? I mean, because I know you guys are very, very close, and the likelihood of something like that happening to two people, let alone two twins, is very unlikely.
Well, if my brother caught a cold, usually like a week or two later, I would catch it. So it's kind of like what we've been going through all of our life. So, you know, we looked at each other and grinned and was like, look, it's going to happen sooner or later. So, you know, it is what it is. We just have to face the fact. And I told my brother the same thing he told me when I wasn't able to get the idea that, you know, sooner or later that we're going to get our chance to shine for the rest of the world. And now it's my time.
All right, thanks a lot. Good luck in the fight.
Thanks.
And we'll go back to Mike Woods with Sweet Science.
Hi, Lenny. This question is for you. For those of us who haven't seen you, could you describe your fighting style and your strengths and weaknesses, what you bring to the table, and what will be seen in the fight against Charlo?
Allora Lenny, la prima domanda è per te. Ti dicono a vantaggio di tutti noi americani che non ti abbiamo mai visto combattere. Puoi spiegarci a grandi linee qual è il tuo stile, quali sono i tuoi punti di forza e le tue eventuali debolezze?
Ma gli puoi dire che sono una persona che capisce che il pugilato è uno sport di situazione, che ogni match ha una situazione e quindi cerco il più possibile di fare quello che può portare alla vittoria, ecco. Penso che entro certi limiti essere fossilizzati nello stile forse può essere un limite e quindi cerco di fare quello che mi serve per vincere.
Okay, so he says that he's not trying to avoid your question, but he acknowledges that boxing is a kind of a situational sport, and you have to do what it takes to win into the ring according to the moment, according to the situation. If you just stick to your game plan, you risk, in case it doesn't work, to be messed up. He wants to keep his options open and to fight the best way it allows him to fight Charlo. Now, let just me add, and this is Alessandro speaking, that I know Bottai. I can say just on a matter of principle that he likes to bang more than to box. But it doesn't mean that he's going to trade the leather if it is not worth. But just give you a rough picture of rough box.
Excellent. He's more of a banger than a boxer. I like it. That's easy to digest. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thanks.
And the last question for this group comes from Dan Rafael with ESPN.
Thank you very much. Hello, Jamel. How are you today?
I'm doing good.
Good. Listen, I wanted to follow up a little bit about what Lem was asking you about. Originally, it was your brother that was supposed to fight Andre and challenge for his title on the card on Showtime. I guess you were going to be on the lower part of the card. And then when Andre decided not to do the fight, and your brother gets dropped down further on the card, you get elevated up on the card in this fight with Lenny. And I wonder, was there any sense of like mixed emotions that you were getting a big opportunity to fight an eliminator against Lenny, but it was at almost at your brother's expense in a way because that was supposed to be his spot to fight for the title. So I know on the one hand you're happy, on the other hand you're probably a little bummed out for your brother and vice versa. Can you just describe the emotion of having this presented to you, but also knowing that it was because your brother wasn't getting the opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, me and Jamel both looked at each other and was just like, it's your turn now, and grinned. It's just all funny to us, We never experienced anything like this before, and we just trading places. Matter of fact, the fans that were tuned in to watch Jamel and Andrea's fight, now they're tuned in to watch me and Lenny's fight. So, I mean, we just trading places. We both been working hard in the gym, and we both been giving it our all. So, I mean, it didn't matter. It didn't matter which place we sat in. We was going to be there for the fight.
Even though he's not getting the title fight?
Yeah, I mean, even though he's not getting a title fight, it's okay for him, you know. I'm actually a little bit more happy than he is because, you know, I'm on the, you know, the Showtime part of it. But I'm even more happier that my brother get a chance to fight before me and then get dressed to come and cheer me on and coach me in the fight.
I got you. All right, that's cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Good luck with everything in the fight. And to you guys, Lenny, also. Alessandro, good to hear from you, my brother.
Hey, ciao Dan, long time no talk. Ciao.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Alessandro.
See?
Okay, so we're gonna switch the call now. So Alessandro, Lenny, and Jamal can get off the phone. Thank you, you guys.
Okay.
We'll see you very soon next week. We appreciate you taking the time out of training to be with us today.
Definitely. Okay.
All right, and then goodbye.
Goodbye. Lenny, puoi mettere giù, ora ti chiamo io.
We're gonna move on to Abner Maris. Bye-bye. We'll move on to Abner Maris and Jose Ramirez. So to make those introductions, I'm going to turn it back over to Eric. Eric?
Thank you very much. He is Mazatlán, Mexico, with a record of 24-3, 15 big knockouts. He's one of the top featherweights out there, and he's obviously has a great opportunity in fighting Abner Maris. So I want him to say a few words. Jose Ramirez.
José, unas palabras, por favor, a la prensa que escucha.
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es José Ramírez. Peleó el día 13 de diciembre ante Abner Mares. Pues solo quiero decir que estoy bien preparado para dar todo arriba en el ring. Vengo de una derrota con Lomachenko. Creo que esa pelea me dejó mucha enseñanza. Haber perdido con un rival como Lomachenko me enseñó a prepararme mucho mejor y a trabajar más fuerte en el gimnasio. Creo que el día 30 voy a dar todo para salir ganador en esa pelea.
I want to thank everyone for this call, for this opportunity. I'm ready. I'm going to be fighting Abner Mares on December 13th, and I'm ready to give it all in the ring. I'm ready to leave everything on the line. I'm coming off a loss with Lomachenko, but I believe that loss is what taught me and strengthened me, and it's going to give me the experience coming up in this next fight.
Thank you. Muchas gracias, Jose. Now, to introduce Abner. He's a former 3-time world champion, 3 divisions, with a record of 27-1-1, Abner Mares.
Hey, how you guys doing? Mind if I speak in Spanish a little bit and then throw it in English, translate myself?
Yes.
Bueno, pues contento de estar peleando en esta cartelera el 13 de diciembre, ansioso de cerrar el año con una gran pelea, una gran noche, este 13 de diciembre, y dejarle a la gente saber que Abner Mares está de regreso. First of all, I'm really excited and happy to be back on December 13th in such a big card, such a big venue, such as Vegas, Nevada, and let people know that Abner Mares is still here, still fighting, and is coming back with a bang.
Thank you very much. Kelly, can we open it up?
Yep, go ahead, operator. Go ahead and open up for questions.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. This will place your question in the order it was received. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad now. Once again, if you would like to ask a question, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. That will place you in the question queue. And our first question comes from Len Satterfield with TheRingTV.com.
Hey guys, my first question for Jose. You haven't been in the ring since the Lomachenko fight, and you know, having observed Abner, how would you compare them as fighters? Abner seems to be a little bit more, you know, just as diverse and maybe a little bit more, definitely a little bit more experienced.
José, la pregunta es para ti. No has estado en el ring desde la pelea de Lomachenko. ¿Cómo ves tú de diferente a Lomachenko y a Abner Mares? Obviamente Abner con más experiencia y también con muchos diferentes formas de ataque, pero ¿cómo los ves tú? ¿Cómo los comparas, pues?
Independientemente de los casi 14 meses que tengo inactivo en el ring, nunca he dejado de entrenar, siempre he estado constante en el gimnasio, tratar de mantenerme. Pues Lomachenko, a diferencia de Mares, es zurdo, y es un poco más alto. Pues es muy diferente el estilo de pelea de Vasil Lomachenko y Abner Mares, pero espero acoplarme al ritmo de pelea de Abner y pues dar una buena pelea ese día.
Well, first of all, I want to make clear that, yes, even though I haven't fought in a little bit over a year since the Lomachenko fight, I haven't stopped training. I've been in the gym, staying ready, knowing that this type of opportunity would come by. To answer your question as far as the differences, well, first of all, Lomachenko is a southpaw and a little taller. And I'm you know what, I'm ready. I'm hoping to adapt to Abner's style and give a great performance, a great fight come fight night.
Yeah, that's all I have for him right now. And my next question is for Abner. Abner?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy. What did you take away from, when he fought Lomachenko, Lomachenko was taking a huge step up because that was, a guy who, had been around for a while in Jose. What did you take away from Jose's performance? And you personally, having been someone, who had been out of the ring for quite a while, what do you think he's having to overcome in stepping in against you that you can take advantage of?
Well, I think it's pretty much obvious that the loss has not affected him whatsoever, because he's probably to say that he lost against a great fighter such as Lomachenko. And the only thing I could take away from it, is pretty much, him knowing that, I'm just like Lomachenko as far as experience and if not more, obviously in the boxing career, professional career. I'm sorry. But I can't really compare him. I can't really say too much because again, he fought a southpaw. Lomachenko's a southpaw, and all I can say is he's ready for me, and I'm ready for him, and my year starts now. That's all I can say.
My last question for you, Abner, is obviously there's been a lot of talk of a potential fight between yourself and Leo Santa Cruz. You said your year starts now, and you've also referenced that people still look at the Gonzalez fight as something you want to put behind you. Is it difficult to focus on this fight and this fight only, given badly you want to fight someone like Leo Santa Cruz?
No, it's not difficult at all because there is no paper signed. I mean, there's just speculation, there's talks, like any other fight. So my concentration and my focus right now is against Jose Ramirez, no one else. And if, the fight were to happen later on in the year, so well. So let's do it. But right now my focus is on Jose Ramirez and no one else.
Thanks a lot, Abner, and good luck in the fight.
Thank you so much, sir. You have a good one.
And our next question comes from Salvador Rodriguez with ESPN Deportes.
Saludos a todos, Abner, a José, a Robert y a Eric. Primero me gustaría preguntarle a Abner, ¿cómo se siente él? ¿Cómo siente que ha cambiado su relación con la afición desde Johnny González? ¿Siente que ha quedado de ver un poquito? ¿Crees que la afición cambió contigo? ¿Cómo ha quedado la situación después de eso?
Let me translate that, Abner. The question is for Abner, coming from Salvador, is how do you think the fans have changed, if they've changed with you since the Johnny Gonzalez fight? Has there been any change, or how do you feel about it? Go ahead, Abner.
Well, it's a tough crowd out there, I'll tell you that much. It's a tough crowd, fan base to keep happy. But at the end of the day, as long as, I'm happy, my family is, I'm going to continue with my career. I think the fans right now are a little bit upset because of the loss, and I didn't get the rematch, but that rematch will come within time. And that's all I have to say. Chava, los críticos pues siempre van a ser críticos, ¿no? Los fans siempre van a dar su opinión, y yo pienso que lo único que tengo que hacer es yo mantenerme contento, mi familia contenta, y una pelea a la vez, ¿no? Yo pienso que desde que perdí esa pelea ante Johnny González, la gente me ha visto de otra manera, pero esa revancha se va a dar, y yo pienso que les cambiaré la manera de pensar ya que se haga esa pelea.
Claro, en ese aspecto has hecho cambios en tu equipo nuevamente, regresas con Clemente. ¿Has encontrado, la estabilidad y la confianza para pensar en que la gente verá de nuevo a ese Abner Mares que se convirtió en tricampeón del mundo, el segundo más joven en la historia del boxeo mexicano?
Writing off that, you've made changes since the loss. You've gone back to Clemente Medina, your former trainer. Have you picked up and got back to the Abner Mares that became the 3-division world champion and the youngest in the history of Mexico?
You know what, yeah. There's something that I had to look for, and that was my flow. I lost my flow a little bit, and I found it. It's back. Coming back with my family, speaking of my trainer, Clemente Medina, and my whole team, it's nothing like being at home. And I will demonstrate that in this next fight. I will demonstrate that Abner Mares is back. Let me tell you something. I was watching the fights this past weekend, and there was a lot of mentioning of the featherweight division. Obviously, I'm not mentioned because I'm not a world champion, but that just itself, inspires me and motivates me. That's the word I'm looking for. Motivates me a lot because I've been at this level, and I will be back. Chava, bueno, pues nada más quiero decir que ya se me olvidó la pregunta.
You found your flow.
Ya, que encontré mi flow, encontré las ganas otra vez de querer este deporte, de seguir boxeando. Se pierden un poquito las ganas, ¿no? Pero ya está de regreso, al regresar con mi familia, al regresar con mi entrenador. Y bueno, pues me dio un poquito de coraje, no coraje, sino que preocupación, ¿no? El fin de semana que oí las peleas de peso pluma, que no hubo mención de mi nombre, obviamente porque no soy campeón mundial, pero eso me motiva para que regrese más fuerte, encuentre esas ganas y ese motivo de ser campeón mundial nuevamente.
Por último, muchas gracias, Abner, y por último para José. Sí. ¿Es cierto, José, que no tienes nada que perder en esta pelea? O sea, ¿sí lo ves así, a que tienes todo que ganar y nada que perder? ¿O en realidad sí pierdes algo si caes con Abner Mares?
Traduzco primero, José. The question is for Jose Ramirez, that is it true that you have nothing to lose and everything to win, or do you lose something if you don't win the fight with Abner? Ahora sí, José.
No es que no tenga nada que perder, lo que pasa es que Abner Mares tiene mucho más nombre que yo y he sido 3 veces campeón del mundo. Mi mejor logro es ir a Filipinas y ganarle decisión a Bautista. Yo tengo mucho que ganar en esta pelea. Sería como de salir bien en esta pelea, sería un logro muy importante para mí, para mi carrera, para mi equipo. Estaría dentro de las grandes ligas, con lo que siempre he soñado. Por eso estoy muy contento que Abner me dé la oportunidad de pelear contra él y así poder demostrar de lo que estoy hecho. El día 13 yo voy a salir con todo, no sé lo que vaya a pasar. Espero primero Dios y los dos salgamos bien y salgamos con salud del ring, pero yo sí tengo mucho que ganar en esta pelea. No tengo tanto que perder, pero sí mucho que ganar y yo voy a dar mi alma arriba del ring.
No, yes, of course. I mean, I have everything to gain, everything to win. Abner Mares is a great fighter, a great champion. He's the name. my biggest achievement has been going to the Philippines and beating the local fighter, Boom Boom Bautista. And come December 13th, there will be no exception. I mean, I'm going in there to give my soul. I'm giving, the best. I don't know what's going to happen. God willing, both of us come out, unharmed. But I can tell you that I'm going to go in there and give it my best. And I'm grateful to Abner for the opportunity.
Muchas gracias, Eric, Robert, Abner y José.
Gracias, chao.
por estar atentos. Saludos.
Chao.
Okay, great. That actually was our last question for this group. So Abner and Jose, muchas gracias. And we are going to move on to our final two. If you'd like to make a closing statement, Abner, you're so well spoken. I appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Any last comments, and we will move on to the next group.
Yes, let me try to close it by thanking Jose Ramirez for taking this fight, thanking Golden Boy Promotions, Showtime for giving me the opportunity to end my year, and to get more income for my kids for Christmas. Thank you guys so much, and God bless you all. And thank you. Bye-bye.
Awesome.
José, algunas palabras ya para cerrar.
Pues quiero dar las gracias a la empresa, a Abner y a ustedes por darme su atención y pues nos miramos el día 13 de diciembre ahí en Las Vegas. Espero brindarles un buen espectáculo y que queden contentos.
Yes, I want to thank everybody for this opportunity. I mean, Golden Boy, TV, Abner Mares also for the opportunity. And to let everybody know, December 13th, I'm ready to give a great spectacular showing. Thank you very much.
Okay, muchas gracias. And now we're going to move on, and we are ready with Keith Thurman and Leonard Bundu. Mr. Bundu, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hello,
and Mr. Thurman, are you there? Keith? One second. They said he was there. Keith?
Can you hear me?
Keith, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, perfect. Okay, good. So I'm going to turn it back over to Eric Gomez to make these introductions, and then we will let you guys talk to the media. Eric?
Great, thank you. So first of all, I want to introduce Leonard the Lion Bundu with a record of 31-0-11 knockouts. Bundu represented Italy in the 2000 Olympic Games. He is making his United States debut and Showtime debut. He is the current European and Commonwealth champion, and he's also highly ranked, number 3 in the WBC, number 4 in the BA and IBF. So let's give him a warm welcome and have him say a few words. Leonard, can you say a few words, please?
All right. Thank you very much. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy I have the chance to compete in America, where every boxer wants to compete, and I'm ready to put on a good show. Thank everybody for organizing this, and Keith Thurman too for giving me the opportunity. And I want to get to be known over there too. You know, we will box over in Europe too. We do some good pretty boxing. So let's see. All right, I'm ready for December 13th. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. Now the world champion, Keith one-time Thurman with a record of 23-0. 21 knockouts. He's the current champion. He's one of the most exciting fighters, biggest punchers in boxing today. And in his spare time, he wrestles alligators down in Florida. Keith, can you say a few words?
Yes, my pleasure. Thank you everybody who's on this call. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm truly looking forward to getting back in the ring December 13th. I look forward to the challenge that Bundu is offering as an Olympian, as a European boxer, as a guy who switches. It's a great fight. Two undefeated fighters going up against each other. It's been a while since I've been back in the ring, and I'm eager to perform back under the bright lights.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, operator, go ahead and open it up for questions, please.
Thank you. If you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. This will place your question if it was received. Once again, if you would like to ask, please press *1 on your telephone keypad now.
Okay. While we're waiting for the first call, Leonard, I need you to walk away from the people in your background because it's very hard to hear, and I can hear.
There's nobody. There's nobody.
Is that not you? Okay, somebody else. Alessandro, are you on the call? Can you, like, mute your phone? All right, let's go ahead, and if there's any other background noise, just make it clean, you guys, so they can hear you. Thank you. Go ahead.
Our first question comes from Mike Woods with Sweet Science.
Hi, guys. Thanks for taking the time to do the call. Question is for Keith. Keith, so good to be seeing you back in the ring. I get the thing from you that you are a guy who would fight once a month if you could. I'm curious, why have you only fought once this year, and are we going to be seeing you more busy next year?
Yeah, boxing is boxing. You never know what you're going to get. This year, my body did not allow me to fight 3 times as we planned. I had to do a layoff in camp. My left shoulder wasn't feeling great. I went through 6 weeks of physical therapy, and then we continued to do the advice that the doctor said. It's feeling great. You guys know how much I love to throw that left hook of mine, and I'm just really looking forward to getting back. I'm a little disappointed. I had to brush off some of the dust, but December 13th, we're back in action, and I'm excited.
All right, and this is a very, very important question, something that I get asked all the time. There's a couple Twitter handles for you, man. Are any of them real? And if there is a real one, what's your real Twitter handle?
The real one is Keith F. Thurman Jr. There was so many out there. I put in my middle initial when I opened up my first account, and I believe that's the one we're still running with right now.
Right. I tweeted in front of me at the Boxing Writers Dinner, and then people are still telling me it's a fake one. So it's Keith F. Thurman Jr. That's the real one. I'd like to have you get on there and tweet up there to convince people that it's real. Looking forward to seeing you fight, man. Be well.
Thank you.
Our next question comes from Lem Satterfield with TheRingTV.com.
Okay, my first question will be for Leonard. Leonard, I asked Lenny Bowtie earlier in the call if he, obviously you're fighting on your American soil. Do you have any? What comes to mind when you think of fighting, on American soil as far as you're concerned? Judges, the atmosphere, and how do you plan to deal with the time difference? Will you arrive early? What?
Yeah, well, I'm very excited to perform in the American soil, of course, and for the time difference, I'm leaving tomorrow. I'll be arriving tomorrow evening. So we have about 10 days to adapt. And for the experience, I didn't fight, but I was at the Mayweather fight at the MGM Las Vegas. I saw what it was like being there. I know I was a spectator, but I already know what I'm going to get. So, and then plus I've already fought in outside of Italy. I've fought in Germany. I've fought in England twice, which is a big show. So I kind of know what I'm going to. I'm very excited, and I know I'm going to put on a good show.
Which Mayweather fight did you attend? The
last one with Maidana, with the last one. This August I was there. I was with the Maidana fight. Yeah.
Okay. And then my last question for you is, obviously you just celebrated your 40th birthday, which is that means you're getting up there. What can you tell your fans or spectators about your age? And you are taking on a guy who is really getting better and better every fight. So you're not coming in at this age against a marginal opponent. You're coming in against a guy who, by all accounts, is one of the best in the division.
Yeah. I know. I'm going against a very tough fighter, very good fighter. But the problem is that I actually don't have any problem with my age. I feel just maybe even fitter than I was 10 years ago. I'm really getting better and better with each of my fights. So for me, I've been reading all fuss's that Keith Thurman is going to fight this 40-year-old guy. But to me, it's not me. That 40-year-old guy is not me. I mean, I already told him, said before. I feel as young as he is. I mean, I still do my things. I don't think like an old person. I mean, I have my wife and kids, but I still go to the gym every day. I feel fit, and I'm prepared. I know it's going to be tough, maybe my toughest fight, but I'm ready to go to give it all.
You see this as a brawl or a boxing match or a little bit of both?
Well, given Keith's power, I have to adapt. I have to use my intelligence, my tactics. I have experience. I box pretty well, but so. I'm gonna see what I'm a very instinctive guy, so I don't like planning fights too much. When I get to in the ring, I adapt. So of course I'm not going to trade punches with him, but I'll adapt. I'll put on a good show for sure.
Leonard, thank you so much. I have one question for Keith. Keith, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Keith, you have made it a point to call out Floyd Mayweather several fights back. You've made it a point in the past to, you called out Paul Malignaggi after one of your victories. You clearly want to be in the ring with the best guys. Having said that, this is a night on which you will be fighting on the same card as Khan and Alexander, so people can compare that. You're also fighting on the same night as Tim Bradley and Chavez being a guy who you beat. Does that raise the stakes for you? Do you really feel good about the opportunity that fans can see all of you guys performing on the same night and compare and contrast?
Yeah, when you got that many welterweights performing at the same night, there's going to be a lot of talk. The Twitter and all the social medias are going to go crazy around midnight, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really happy to be getting back in the ring. I'm really happy to showcase my skills and my talent once again. I'm extremely excited to be going up against an undefeated fighter who was an Olympian, who presents a European style. We've seen the skills that Kell Brook brought to the table when he fought Sean Porter. And it's interesting, man. A lot of people in the U.S. don't know Bundu, but we know that the Europeans can box. And for him to be an Olympian, you heard him himself, he doesn't feel 40. Age is just a number to him. His last fight, he fought a young man who was 28 years old and fought him in his hometown and beat him. He is a smart boxer, intelligent fighter, and it's going to be a great fight. And overall, I do put it in my head, in the back of my mind, that not only do I want to win, but I would like to outperform every welterweight that steps in the ring that night.
Great answer. I appreciate it. Good luck in the fight.
Thank you. Take care.
And our next question comes from Sean Cross with the Boxing Insider.
Hi, guys. How are you? I just have a question for each of you two gentlemen. And that question is this. I'll ask Keith first. Have you thought about what's next, or are you just focusing on the task at hand? You have a lot of people that see a great future ahead for you. So are you focusing on the task at hand, or are you also thinking ahead?
A great future is great, but you must focus on the present, because without focusing on the present, you will never get to the future. And so the time is now. The bout is December 13th, Leonard Bundu. I'm 26 years old, and I learned from every experience, and I'm truly looking forward to the challenges that he may present that night, overcoming those challenges, walking away with the victory, and moving on in my career. But first, we must perform great come December 13th.
Okay, thanks very much, Keith. And Mr. Bundu, same question for you. It would be a big upset, and certainly you would be the toast of several towns across the Atlantic and probably the Pacific. So have you thought about what's next, or are you just focused on what's in front of you?
Well, just like Keith said, I take it one step at a time, of course. And in this fight, of course, I'm the underdog. I have, everybody's looking at me as a lamb to be slaughtered. But I'm coming to try and win. I'm coming for respect, because a lot of people don't give me the respect I deserve. So yeah, I mean, I'm coming to prove to people that I'm a top welterweight, and I'm gonna give it all I have. And I really appreciate Keith's words that he knows that we box too over here in Europe too, and we already have some European champions that became world champions. So, I mean, I'm just looking one step at a time, of course, and then after that I'll be ready, of course, to fight anybody else. But of course, now I'm looking for December 13th, and now I'm going to give it all I have.
Great. Well, thank you both, and be safe in there, and let's hope for a great fight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, if you would like to ask a question or have a comment, please press *1 on your telephone keypad. That will place you in the question queue. Our next question comes from Joshua Matabori with Seconds Out. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead. Joshua, are you there? All right, go to the next one. Griselda, go ahead.
There are no other questions in the queue at the moment.
Oh, that's it. Okay. All right. So I think that's going to wrap it up unless we find that kid. I'll give him a second. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the last question for this group. Eric, if you want to wrap it up and say goodbye, and any last comments from Bundu and Keith Thurman would be appreciated, and then we'll hang up.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Kelly. So, Leonard, if you can say some closing remarks, please.
All right. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank all the Golden Boys, Showtime, Al Heyman for giving me this opportunity. I want to thank Keith for accepting me to fight, and I really look forward to putting on a good show on December 13th. Thank you all very much.
Great, thank you very much. And Keith, if you can please close with some comments.
Yes, thank you, everybody that tuned into this. Thank you, Golden Boy, Showtime, Al Heyman. This is a terrific card. I'm happy to be back in the ring. I'm happy to be the co-main event. Thank you, Bundu. I'm looking forward to a terrific performance, a great, clean fight, and best of luck to everybody. I'll see you December 13th.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much to the fighters. I want to thank all the media that was on the call. Callie, thank you. The operator as well. Alessandro, thank you for your help. Once again,
very welcome.
Saturday, December 13th at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. I want to thank Showtime. I want to thank the sponsors involved, Corona Extra, AT&T, Mexico, Live It, Believe It, also the MGM for hosting us. Once again, tickets are on sale. This is a hot ticket. Tickets are going great. Tickets are priced from $50 all the way to $300 for ringside. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you there.
And remember, don't blink.
Thank you for joining us today. That concludes today's conference call.